I know I'm standing between lunch and, and sharing my experiences, so I'm going to keep it very, very short. But the good part about the entire session is it's about food, it's about sweet, karam, and coffee. As the name implies, it's about sweets, snacks, and filter coffee. So I think all of you will be able to relate and hope to share some of the learnings. And I am representing the entire MSME colleagues here, and the challenges that we faced and how we overcame and what we are still fighting on. So very, very glad, and thanks to Economic Times for facilitating this. So I am just going to take a minute to play a small video, and maybe that'll give you, the main thing is, before I share the learnings, I just wanted to show our journey, so it would greatly benefit a lot of our colleagues sitting here as well. Are you able to play the video? You might want to increase the volume. Thank you so much. As the journey said, we wanted to revolutionize traditional snacking. 55% of the Indian snacking market is only dominated by Western snacks. Why not our traditional snacks make it to the globe and make a lot of noise? Can we bring a more branded experience to our South Indian snacking? And India is very vast, so we didn't want to be everywhere. So can we brand and position ourselves as the next coolest thing for the younger generations? They don't need to adopt to a certain brand of chips or just the Western snacks, right? So that's where we came from, and very purpose-led brand, along with just the product quality. There is a lot of purpose to the brand, which I'll walk through. Sorry. Our vision is very big. We want to take the taste along with the tales of South India to the globe. So we want to, if there is a murukku, what was the history behind the murukku? Why ribbon pakoda, right? What goes into the making of it? What about the rich cultural heritage of South India that we could speak to the next generation of kids, right? I don't want my, my granddaughter to come and ask me, what is an adarasam, right? So can we do something about branding it and positioning it as the next coolest thing for the generations to come is what we wanted. So that's why the taste along with the tales. I think this slide is not updated. The second version is not there, but I just wanted to show you that we, as the name implies, there is sweet that we do. There is a lot of traditional sweets like the wheat halwas, the adarasams, and representing other regional South Indian parts as well. Then there is snacks, the whole range of murukkus and the tempting ribbon pakodas. You could visit our website and order on a click of a button. And I'm very proud to share that we are India's first digital-first platform for authentic South Indian delight. websites. Most of these players you would find offline, and we started digital first, and I'm very proud and humbled to share that today we are $1 million brand only on the strength of our website and app. Purely on the strength of our website and app. So if a food brand can do it so much, digital first and then going offline, the omni-channel has its own advantages. So the birth, growth, and scale. We are a 100% made in TN brand. Our entire team operates here, our office operates here. We partner with a lot of micropreneurs. We are not like not mass produced, and we work with a lot of micropreneurs and work with them to develop recipes, formulations for that authenticity, and we brand it under Sweet Karam Coffee, and we promote it to the globe. Today I'm very happy to share that we ship to 19 plus countries across the globe, apart from just the pan-India presence. So that's where we have evolved. So some of my learnings, I think we need to be different. What I mean by that is it's a very crowded space out there, right? There are n number of players out there. So there were just 4 factors that helped us stand out. What is the problem that we're trying to solve, and what is the value addition for our customers, right? Today the problem is that either the mass players in the market are loaded with palm oil and preservatives and artificial colors, and or we have very small players, not able to actually brand it and packing in very plastic polythene covers. So can we bring about a more, a better quality of product made with groundnut oil, made without preservatives, and yet provide that freshness of the product to the consumers? That's the the sweet spot that we wanted Sweet Karam Coffee to sit in, and we've been successfully doing so. Who are your customers, right? I think that's something that every entrepreneur starting here should start, probably that should be the first set of questions. Who are exactly your target audience? In our case, it's more, as of today, the more family-oriented personas from the urban, consumer category. We're very specific that we're targeting that 25 to 45 age group of young professionals or family-oriented people. So I think narrowing down, you can't be for everybody in this competitive world. That's something that, of course, with scale, everything comes, but just narrow down on your target audience, and if you can specifically position them, you grow. What's your PMF? What is your product market fit, right? And that takes time to evolve. It takes really time. What are your hero products? What are your allied brand equity building products, right? If you can arrive at that product market fit, that's something that you need to, so when I say product market fit, you are spending X amount of money in your marketing, and that is giving you Y amount of sales. If that is something that you could define internally with your teams and arrive at, and those are the top 10 hero products, then that's something super critical before you decide to scale further. That's something that has helped us. And data, data, and data. We love data as a digital-first brand. We have an exclusive data team, and their job is what is the conversion rates, what's your AOV, what's your your conversion rate, what's the top of the funnel. So it's like drilling down on every customer insight. So that's the advantage of having a digital presence also, right? Offline is the mandatory, especially for a business like us, but the digital first data helps us understand what's our customer persona, what are they looking for, and tailor our solutions accordingly. So those are some of the key things that I wanted to share. Of course, brand building, the mammoth task in today's competitive world. And here are some key strategies that has helped us. What's your value proposition to your customers? For example, the value proposition that we offer is experience home, right? That authentic homemade taste, just like your grandmother's preparation, is our value proposition. And that's why in our logo you would see a grandmother, lovely lady sitting, and she's called Janaki Party, by the way. So that's the experience of home that we wish to give. Experience goodness, as I said, no palm oil, no preservatives, and yet provide the freshest of the products. So experience goodness and experience culture. We do a lot of these events, like recently we did the Madras Utsav, where we had traditional games, we had people coming in for a kolam workshop where kids actually learn to do kolam. Then we had a cookery, we had a cookware brand that we had partnered with, and we promoted that product. So the idea is not just to take food, right? Take the entire culture of South India to the globe. There is so much of untold tales I strongly believe in. So that's why we have a community called as Dakshin Tales that we are building, where we do invite our customers for these events. We recently did a banana leaf event, right? What has Sweet Karam Coffee to do with a banana leaf event, you may ask, but we actually told about how the Ella Sapadu, eppadi, parimarno, adulanda aramichu, what does every product mean, and why that tradition, why the water is spilled on the banana leaf before the entire lunch event starts. So like that, we had around 250 odd customers who came in for the event, right? So we do a lot of this cultural events as well. So that's one of our value proposition why our customers love us. The next part that I wanted to share is responsible. What are the ESG factors? Today, consumer behavior is changing. Consumers are looking for a brand with a purpose. What are the environmental aspects? What are the sustainability aspects? You need to be telling that story as to your customers. People are looking for responsible brands and not just brands. So in our case, for example, we have adopted an entire village of farmers where they produce millets, and from millets we utilize their yield and we produce snacks. So for example, on our website we have a cholam mullu murukku, we have black rice murukku, we have a tuyamalli rice kara murukku. So we have helped these farmers grow along with us. The entire women and farmer empowerment is real, and we have helped them scale to a great level. So there is a lot of softer aspects and ESG aspects that you when you're starting out the brand, might want to keep sharing with your customers, and they come because not just for products with a purpose. Experienceify. I think from Adobe, sir, you spoke about, the entire factor is about experience, right? That's something that we strongly believe in, and that's why in the first slide you would have seen experience South India. So what do we mean by experience, right? Right from the time the customer comes to us, from the point they see the ad to the time they come to the website. If you see our website, it's completely, I wanted to show that, that's not there unfortunately, but the entire is a mascot driven, it's a character sketch driven website, right? So from the time they come to the website, to the time they check out, to the order confirmations to receive, to the delivery, to the post delivery, everything is meticulously taken care of. For us, customer is our God. And customer is always right, customer is first, and customer first is everybody's business. That's the culture that we strongly promote in. And your love for customers will do the rest of the talking. Because according to data, almost 60% of our sales comes through word of mouth. So that's the, and not just that, as I pointed out, we're doing a lot of content and community marketing, which is also helping us scale phenomenally. I think I spoke about it, making retro the new cool and adopting an entire village of farmers. And so we like to be called as the trade tech brand. There is farm tech, there is agri-tech, there is all types of tech. Why not a trade tech, right? So that's something that we believed. Funds, I think enough has been spoken. There has been a lot of, somebody from the fintech background spoke on my behalf some time back. So we hit roadblockers as well. So banks were supportive until the initial part of the growth, but beyond that, thanks to us, we didn't have any collaterals, and thanks to us that we had a very asset-light model, and thanks to us we had a beautiful cash flow model that we did not get funded further from the banks. I'm sorry, but that was the truth. So because we didn't get funded from the banks, we went from one place to the other. And then we approached revenue-based financing, who said, yes, your revenue top line is growing, but I give you at a 24% interest. We had to survive as a bootstrapped brand up to a certain point, and we said, yes, we'll go for a revenue-based financing, and we went till what we could. And that also hit a roadblock because we were burning some amount we had to burn. It's not easy. People ask, Haldiram's has built, and why not you guys can build? You are comparing a decades of year-old business with a brand that is trying to grow in the last 5 years. People don't understand, but yeah, that's never stopped us. And from there, we went from angel, and today we are funded by some of the most very, very promising investors. And but I'm not saying that's the way, right? Bootstrapping is great. Bootstrapping is a choice that you could execute, right? It depends on certain n number of factors, the internal factors and external factors. Internally, like if you have the capital to scale, if your competition is not that much, if it's not a very capital intensive business, then great, Stay bootstrapped, keep growing, and all of that. For us, we needed external funds because we were hungry for growth. I have a very young team aspiring to make this as a 500 crore brand in years to come. So, we had to go fast and we had to scale. There was that thirst. But we are taking very, very calculated steps. But at the same time, bootstrapping is completely a subjective choice. And you, as founders, you need to decide at what point of time which firms to approach and what should be your pace of growth. So that's about identifying the right financing solution. And last but not the least, in terms of growth, there were just 3 key pointers that I wanted to share from our experience. Have a very clear go-to-market strategies. What I mean by that is this was something that we had done internally for a business plan. We actually prepared a 3-dimensional chart that shows how you're going to take your products, in which geographies you're going to take, which are the SKUs or which are the products that you're going to take, and which is the channel that you're going to adopt. Right? I wish I had known this way earlier in my journey. I discovered this recently, but it's super important that you have a very, very clear go-to-market strategy. So you could do which products you're going to take, what price level you're going to take, how are you going to promote it, right? The 4 Ps, the price, product, the place, promotion. So if you could do the 4 Ps and map it to your geography, SKU, and channel. So what we have done is we have put this chart in our office where every employee needs to be aware of what is the strategy ahead. That's something that we did, and it's really reaping benefits. And being on our toes, we made a mistake. Being present on a single channel has its disadvantages. It's not as rosy as I speak. There are blockers that we faced. During COVID, we got a Zoom, and then post-COVID, there was quite a bit of, I would say a plateau for some time. So just be aware on your toes. As a D2C brand, we realized a little late that we have to be an omni-channel D2C. That means you have to be on several other channels as well. So go deep on your GTM, find out which are your revenue streams beforehand, see what your competitors are doing, and it's all about survival of the fittest. And yeah, we follow the RPES model, which is the research, pilot, enter, and scale. So do your market research, but don't keep on doing only market research, right? There is put an end to it and do pilot. Because no matter what you research, at the end of the day, what an actual pilot can teach you, nothing else teaches. So please do pilot and enter, right? Enter with your activation plans, plan out what are your activation plans, and then scale. So this is the model that has really helped us, and I just wanted to share. So today is the day, and now is the time to take off. That's all from me, and thank you so much for the wonderful opportunity to be presenting.